It is Dakota College at Botno time here this morning. It's Sunny 101.9. And we've got Vanessa Rovig on the air this morning. Good morning, Vanessa. How are you?
Hi, good morning. I'm doing well. How are you?
I'm doing great. So you are affiliated with Minot State University, and you are part of the North Dakota Center for People with Disabilities program. Is that correct?
Yes.
Okay, and there is a program out there called Find Safe. Can you explain, Vanessa, what this program is and what it's all about and what it does?
Absolutely. So Find Safe is a program that collaborates with local law enforcement to be able to help people safe who might have a tendency to wander. So those with Alzheimer's, dementia, or those like young children with autism that have a tendency to kind of wander, go towards water, things like that.
Mm-hmm.
We have a tracking bracelet system that works with our law enforcement that are trained to be able to help find them very quickly if an emergency happens. So that's kind of the premise of our program, is just wandering prevention and wandering awareness.
And you hear about this happening more and more and more. Why do you think? I get the whole thing with Alzheimer's and dementia, but younger kids, autism, that's a thing for them as well, right?
Yes, absolutely. Yeah. I know. The whole premise of how our grant started 3 years ago was that there was a young man who drowned in the Red River outside Grand Forks there. And so that's kind of stirring these conversations of, well, what are we doing about it? We're being very reactive but not very proactive at this point to help families. And so this program really helps to take that guessing game out. If they're not a good fit for our program, we're able to help find other local resources and kind of partner together to keep these individuals safe. But as to why it keeps happening, it's just there's more and more kids getting diagnosed with autism. Mm-hmm. We're a very rural community out in North Dakota. We're big on land size, small on people. Mm. And so there's a lot of areas that very quickly can turn into kind of dangerous for individuals at risk of wandering.
I suppose another thing, another way to approach this is to think that when somebody who's older gets dementia, gets the Alzheimer's, people are more prone to say, well, maybe it's time to put them in a home. But we don't want. I mean, we want to keep people at home as long as possible. Is that right?
Yes, exactly. And there's so many families that do that, but there's so many resources out there to help keep them in their homes, or even if they do have to go to the nursing home. We actually are working with quite a few local nursing homes here in the Minot area, for example, mm-hmm. That are partnering with our program to help keep them safe, because for a lot of times it's a transition period for them. They're disorientated. They don't know where to go. And people do go wandering from even a locked-up facility. It does happen. And so we want to keep these people very safe, because sometimes they just don't know, and they see someone on the street, and next thing you know, they're wandering. It's minus 50 out, for example. Nobody goes missing on a day like today. They're going to go missing when it's very cold out or extremely hot. And that's when things get dangerous really quickly for those individuals.
Exactly. Now, you talk about these bracelets, these kind of locator, these tracking bracelets, if you will. And now this program sounds kind of expensive. Is it expensive? It can't be very cheap, is it?
No, it's actually very cost friendly.
Oh, nice.
Yep. So it's a lot cheaper than buying them an Apple Watch, for example. That's what a lot of families, especially the ones with young children, we're actually looking at doing. But that gets lost, the kids remove it, things like that. Mm-hmm. So this program works as an FM transmitter system. So it has a transmitter inside of the bracelet that gets worn 24/7. And so from there, the law enforcement has a receiver that it can communicate with that bracelet. So it does have a distance, though. So on foot, if the law enforcement has to go find them on foot, it's about 2 miles to find them. Mm-hmm. They have receivers located into their search vehicles. That's up to 7 miles. So it's a little bit better. And the more the more receivers that we get onto the ground, they can come at the transmitter from different angles to be able to help locate that individual. So with our grant, we were able to purchase quite a few of these receivers. The receivers go for about $1,000 for the law enforcement, but for the families, the transmitter kits themselves are $325.
Okay.
So we have been able to do local fundraising, things like that. So far, not one person has had to pay for a bracelet kit, and we have over 50 people enrolled across the state. So We've been doing that pretty well, but we are running to the end of our grant, so we're always looking at outside sustainability. We really are trying to find other resources out in these communities to be able to help support families when they reach out to me.
How would we go about getting money to you then for this?
Honestly, it's just kind of an awareness piece. So I know I've worked with a lot of the local Minot service groups. So if any service groups are looking for, a unique way to help support North Dakota families, they could get a hold of me. I'm a one-woman show right now on the project, and so if they are looking at, just wanting to have someone speak or things like that, I would love to be able to share more about our program. And then if we're looking for unique items. So right now we are looking for bracelet kits for families, even just the transmitter itself with the transmitter case. Little things like that would help families a lot, because right now we have a little bit of a wait list based off of the fact that we have run out of those funds right now. So if service groups want to do that, if local businesses want to do a fundraiser, things like that, I think we're pretty open to whatever. It's just getting in contact. It's just having someone who has a tie-in with wandering prevention or wandering awareness. We just want to kind of make more note of it. So.
Okay. Well, the very interesting program, and this sounds like it would be very interesting to read into and look into some more. How do we get more information on this program?
For sure. Yep. So you can go to the website www.ndcpd.org/findsafe.
Okay.
And then my number is 858-3467. That's my work number.
Okay. Vanessa, anything else you'd like to throw out there this morning?
I think just, wandering prevention. If anyone has a loved one out there that is interested or wants to know more about the program, please reach out to me. It is a statewide program, so even if we don't have an officer trained in your local area, this gives me a really good reason to reach out to your local sheriff's department, police department, things like that. The more people that we know about it, it'll definitely help keep more people safe, and we want to keep everyone as safe as possible in the state of North Dakota. So that's what I got.
Okay, so peace of mind and helping to save some lives as well at the same time.
Exactly.
All right,
exactly.
Vanessa, thank you so much for your time today, and good luck with the program.
Thank you so much.
You bet. Have a great day.
You too. Bye-bye.
You bet. Thanks, Vanessa. That is Vanessa Rovig from Minot State University. She is the director of the North Dakota Center for People with Disabilities program. And again, it's called the Find Safe program. Check it out online and get more information, and maybe, utilize it and or become a part of it. Okay?